Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk with you guys about two of my all-time favorite musicians, though I truly have a soft spot for many different artists across various genres, with the exception of punk. The first is the legendary Sir Elton John, a dazzling performer whose vibrant piano melodies and heartfelt lyrics have left an indelible mark on the music scene. The second is the incredibly talented Johnny Crescendo, a passionate advocate and activist for disability rights and also a dear friend of mine. In fact, I had the honor of being a groomsman at his wedding, a moment I cherished deeply. As I said in the intro, both Sir Elton John and Johnny Crescendo are renowned musicians from the United Kingdom who have significantly influenced their respective communities. Sir Elton John is celebrated for his substantial contributions to the LGBTQ+ community, leveraging his platform to advocate for equality and acceptance through his music and activism. On the other hand, Johnny Crescendo has dedicated his life and art to promoting the rights and recognition of individuals with disabilities, showcasing how music can be a powerful catalyst for social and political change. Together, they exemplify the incredible ability of art to inspire and advocate for a better world. Born Reginald Kenneth White, Elton John chose to distance himself from his birth name due to his father's rejection of his sexuality. He became angry if anyone referred to him as Reginald. Similarly, Johnny Crescendo, who alternates between his names of Johnny Crescendo and Allan Holdsworth, experienced his own journey of identity. I met Johnny probably when I went on my first adaptation in Baltimore/DC, when I was 8. I have listened to his music all my life. When Cassie, another disabled woman from Philadelphia, married Allan, she took on the last name Holdsworth. She unfortunately passed away. He lives in Philadelphia, and I hope we can meet up with him while we are there. I was thinking of staying with him, but since I am taking a worker other than my brother, a hotel is just easier. Both Johnny Crescendo and Elton John have become icons in their respective communities. Johnny in the disability community, and Elton in the LGBTQ+ community. If I were to get married, I would choose Elton's "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" as my wedding song. In a previous video I told you how my language arts teacher had us write a letter to a pen pal. I wrote the letter to a boy in the UK. I do not know if it got lost, misplaced, or if it is sitting in a landfill. Both men are approachable. However, Johnny often presents himself as a dedicated activist within groups like Adapt Urban. He could be seen at protests, actively blocking doors, chanting, and even getting arrested. He regularly performed at these events, either a cappella or with his guitar adorned with an iconic sticker reading Adapt's Vision 2020, which referenced the original version of the Medicaid Community Attendance Services Act. Johnny's songs primarily focus on disability rights, inclusion, accessibility, and acceptance. He has been an active participant in protests both here in the United States and the United Kingdom, which is where my favorite song, Pride, comes from. My favorite memory is when we were working on the issue of accessible, affordable, integrated housing, the city at the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Johnny and the late Diane Coleman, another disability rights advocate and activist, performed a duet together on the plaza. Elton performs at sold-out shows for thousands of fans, but has never forgotten the little guy. He befriended Ryan White, a teenage boy from Indiana, who contracted AIDS from an infected hypodermic needle, an inspiring story I learned about in 7th grade. The only time that I saw Johnny do a performance, which he was on a raised platform, was at the Pennsylvania Independent Living Power Through Knowledge Conference in Harrisburg. He even broke out his guitar when we were all just hanging out in the hospitality suite at the hotel in Chicago. Elton played a significant role in raising awareness about acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, AIDS treatment, and advocacy. Elton even traveled to Russia, a place that I believe Johnny and I would visit. Just as the Russian government bars the LGBTQ+ community, criminalizing homosexuality, they also hide away people with disabilities, particularly children, often institutionalizing them, taking them away from their families and communities. I mentioned this in my video Adoption, a true lifesaver for a child with a disability that I made last year. The only reason I would consider going to Russia would be to rescue abandoned children with disabilities from there. I have a deep disdain for the Russian government due to its involvement in human rights atrocities. Elaine/Johnny also worked on inclusion of children with disabilities in education, something that, as you guys know, is close to my heart, having witnessed firsthand the tragedy of segregation. He asked me to be a part of a video presentation, which I said of course. Tragedy of segregation. I felt so honored to help the next generation. As stated in my introduction, I think that Johnny Crescendo and Elton John are both world-famous musicians in their respective communities. I like them both for not only for their music but their dedication to human rights. Please be sure to like this video, and if you have not hit the subscribe button, please do so. It is totally free. Follow me on X, Facebook, Tumblr, all the sites which are linked in the description below. I know about Elon Musk and his issues. However, I figure the best way to beat them is to use their platforms against them. I will see you soon.